Hello friends, in last video we were discussing about charts in Power BI. Kind of visualization we were discussing in Power BI, what kind of visualization we can have. So continuing from there, the next kind of visualization in Power BI is Power BI area chart. So Power BI area charts are very similar to the previously described line charts. They also connect multiple data points within the same axis with a line. The main difference is that area charts have the sector below the line filled with a color to make it visually distinct. What are the uses of Power BI? Area charts are excellent for stack chart because it's a simple and clear way to clearly portray the cumulative nature of data, and Power BI area charts also very useful if you are combining multiple chart types on the same visual. In such example, in example, the column chart may be in the foreground and drawing focus to the most important data, while area charts can act as background data for additional context. So this is the example of area chart. Here we have said that stack bar chart because it's simple to clearly portray the information. So if you can differentiate, you can see that this is area chart is a filled line chart where each and every line is filled with a distinct color to just justify the data we really want to see. These are the limitations of Power BI area chart. Area charts are rarely used on their own. Their strength lies in stacking multiple areas on top of each other or complementing other data series and providing background context. For standalone use, for standalone use, line charts are more often used for visualized trends or ongoing data series. That's because the color fill is handy if the area is used as a background element, but in the foreground, it can make the series clunkier and harder to read at its first glance. So, next one chart is Power BI combo chart. Power BI, as we previously discussed, column, bar, line, and area chart, there are multiple ways to visualize numerical data on the axis. Each of them has its strength and weakness. But what if you needed to combine all of these chart types in one super chart? You can place multiple chart types on the same visuals, and that is combo chart. So a combo chart efficiently uses the space on your report by combining multiple series on the same axis. Or you can choose to display each series as a column, line, area visualization, thus giving a more comprehensive visualization of your data within a single visual. So where we want to combine the charts, we just use combo chart. For what combo chart are uses? From a versatility standpoint, combo chart visuals for Power BI are great choice. If you want to build a classic column, line, area chart, you can do that and simply feature that chart type. However, they also give you the option to mix and match any combination of these charts types to dramatically enhance your data storytelling narrative. As shown in example below, you can see you can visualize the total sales as a line, cost of goods sold as column, and profits as an area of the same chart. Each series visually distinct and easily readable, all on a single space efficient. You can see here what are the profit, what are the sales for which kind for what product. So this is the profit and this is the total sale for each and every product. What are the limitations of Power BI combo chart? By combining multiple chart types, you can cover for each visual chart type's weakness. Building a purposeful and efficient combo chart requires more planning than a simple column, line, or area chart. It's incredibly easy to go overboard and make your combo chart confusing or hard to read. If you feature multiple series on the chart, make sure that you set the layering order properly. So, furthermore, pay close attention to colors, shapes, outlines, labels, and other customization options on your combo chart. It will look like clean, easily readable, and aesthetically pleasing. Next one is Power BI time series chart. These chart display your data on a chronological timeline instead of categories. This means that you can give your numerical values a time-based context to visualize growth or compare certain time periods. There are some uses of Power BI time series which are nahi. This kind of visualization is often seen in finance reports, visualizing year-to-year growth in profits or revenue. You can compare the production output across multiple months or visualize website traffic or social media engagements. Basically, it's the go-to for data that can be categorized by years, months, and weeks, days, or hours. So, in case you want to drill down, you can combine up to 12 different series for the same chart and display them as columns, lines, or areas. Furthermore, the time span and unit size can range from milliseconds to even decades. If you want to use DAX measure, they are supported by drill down. So, this is the kind of chart we will get for different months from July, October, January for the year 2013 and few months from 2014. So in a time-based context, each of these chart types has their own use. Columns are best used to show values as independent data points to compare each against other, whereas line or areas can show ongoing growth over time. For example, paid subscriber. It can be used as an interactive filter with other visuals, filtering to relevant data as you select a specific period on the time series chart. So this is the use of time series chart. What are the limitations of Power BI time series? Time series charts in Power BI inherit most of the traits of the column, area, and line chart. Large space requirements and excess scaling is case of outliers. In addition, time series charts have certain drawbacks on their own. While drill down interaction may be supported by some time series visuals, you may want something that's easier to use. Drill down custom visual allows the user to zoom in and inspect a more granular view with intuitive on-chart interaction. This visual will group all data points within the same year, month, day, and this will use even smallest point available to provide a more detailed view upon a drill down. So these some kind of limitation are there in time series chart. Next one is Power BI waterfall chart. When you will see first time, Power BI waterfall charts may look like column charts. Both share certain similarities. Waterfall charts have a specific purpose visualizing the components that make up our total value. And a stacked column chart could do a similar task, but waterfall chart displays the addition as a process providing the user with a detailed and easy to read breakdown of the data. You have control over the sequence of each data point and the succeeding column can start where the previous one ended instead of zero. So this is the kind of chart we will, if we display for different months and different year, we will get from waterfall chart where you can see for 2012, 11, 15, for different kind of years we can visualize on the same chart. This is the main benefit. So Power BI waterfall charts are a regular sight on finance reports. It's a clear way to visualize the process how your profits, revenue, expenditure, or other metrics were achieved. If you were to create a chart to visualize your profit versus revenue, the waterfall chart would start with the total revenue, then remove operating expenses, manufacturing costs, taxes, and other expenditure until you will get your net profit. Similarly, Power BI waterfall charts can be used for project management to visualize the cost, resources, or time associated with each task. Basically, any process that can be broken down in steps can benefit from a waterfall chart, including manufacturing, staff management, marketing, and medicine, etc. But there are few limitations for waterfall chart. These are related to column charts. They share many of the pros and cons. The main drawbacks include the huge amount of space they can take on a report. Furthermore, waterfall charts can very quickly become too complex and hard to read. If you include too many categories, that however can be mitigated with clever use of customization features such as colors, connection lines, labels, and other options found in drill down. Next one is Power BI map chart. Map charts in Power BI are useful if your data has geographical context. If you would build a column or pie chart where each category is labeled as North America, Europe, Asia, etc. However, by putting your data on a map, these users will find it easier to visualize the global scale and location of your data. So, it's not just on a continental or even national level. For example, Drill Down Map Pro can drill down to specific regions, cities, or even buildings as long as your data contains a field for GPS coordinate. So you can choose the between various base layer options. For example, tile servers such as Azure Maps, OpenStreetMap, or Google Maps. Or you can add your custom image for specific use cases like a floor plan on your of your facility. So you can see here we can point to the different countries in geographical map to the different state and up to the different cities of different cities of different countries or different continents or different buildings in a different cities we can point out here. So as a business are becoming global, map charts are useful to give you data and location based context. So Power BI map charts can be used to visualize and analyze sales performance across different regions. It can also be used as a handy tool to monitor your revenue, expenses, or resources across multiple locations, no matter what the scale. So, for example, if your company has is a restaurant company chain with a dozen of venue across the state, you can visualize all your restaurants on a map of the state. If you are a global enterprise with multiple regional headquarters, dozens of factories, retail locations, and other facilities, you can set the map to a global scale. So, when you featured on a report, Power BI map charts will naturally attract the user attention and serve a visual centerpiece for the entire page. It can also be an intuitive navigation tool for their data exploration journey, allowing the users to instantly filter data across multiple charts to the region they are interested in. But there are some limitations too. Power BI map chart is a very important chart, but there is some limitation. Earth is a sizable place, so naturally a map of it will have to be large. If you have lots of data, Power BI map charts will take up a significant portion of your report space, and it will become the centerpiece of your user attention. It's something you need to take into account of your decide to feature a map chart on your Power BI report. And most map charts are used external tile servers by default. Any external resource usually add to the load times of Power BI reports. So it won't people usability and user satisfaction. As something to keep in mind, you can reduce the load speeds by setting up a custom image as the base layer that's stored within the report itself, or even opting to go blank with custom shapes doing all even talk. Last one chart is Power BI network chart. Sometimes you need to visualize the relationship between data points. For example, you need to show the hierarchy of your organization, resource, multiple departments, your product range, or multiple brands. That's where Power BI network charts come in. Each data point is represented as a node and they are connected by links, line, arrows that shows that one node belongs to another. Network charts can span from just a handful of nodes to even intricate networks with thousands of branching nodes. And this is how network kind of report view work like this. Different kind of different kind of countries with different sales is connected like this. So for many type of hierarchical data, Power BI network charts will be the top choice. They put the spotlight on the node relationship, which makes it easier for the user to make sense of complex hierarchy at a glance. Since this is a versatile tool, the kinds of networks you can show with a network chart can be equally diverse, ranging from organization charts or chains of commands, website traffic analysis, social network mapping, and key influencer analysis to fraud detection and supply chain analysis. You can use network charts to lay out your categorical data in an interactive way. There are some limitations of network chart in Power BI. So these are more complex kind of visualization. There are certain requirements that your data needs to meet before it can be displayed properly. Some network charts visualize except categorical data, whereas other needs to be have clearly defined relationship between each node with an entry and exit node for each data point. For this purpose, we provide a choice of two visuals for these kinds of charts: drill down for categorical data and drill down if you want to manually define node relationship. Furthermore, drill down Graph Pro can support DEX calculation. Network charts can be overwhelming at the first glance, especially if they have hundreds or thousands of nodes tangled together in a yarn of connection lines. That's why Drill Down Network Pro and Drill Down Graph Pro provides various ways to find data more easily with a multiple of drill down and filtering features. So these charts are used for complex analysis. How we can conclude uh, the kind of visualization we really want. There are many Power BI chart types, each designed for a specific kind of data. So while we highlighted the most popular kinds of Power BI visuals, there are many others that we just couldn't fit in this guide, such as scatter plots, bubble charts, and more. It's up to the report creator to decide which tools is the best for the report job. So we hope that this guide was useful to you and it helped you decide which Power BI chart type is best suited for the story you want to tell in your report. So if you want to try these chart with state-of-the-art interactively various drill down and filtering and full text support, so you just have to go for check out the drill down visuals we will create in our coming classes. Thank you, friends. I hope you got the point which kind of visualization where we can apply. In coming videos, after few lectures, we will go to the how to plot the video, how to plot the visual for each and every type. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thank you.